Wish not, want not. Hi, my name's Dave, and welcome to The Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. Today is February 21st. Wish not, want not. Remember, it's not only the desire for wealth and position that debases and subjugates us, but also the desire for peace, leisure, travel, and learning. It doesn't matter what the external thing is, the value we place on it subjugates us to another. Where our heart is set, there are impediment lies. Epictetus Discourses 4.4, 1-2, 15. Surely Epictetus isn't saying that peace, leisure, travel, and learning are bad, is he? Thankfully, no. But ceaseless, ardent desire, if not bad in and of itself, is fraught with potential complications. What we desire makes us vulnerable. Whether it's an opportunity to travel the world, or to be president for 5 minutes, to be the president, or for 5 minutes of peace and quiet. When we pine for something, we hope against hope, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Because fate can always intervene, and then we'll likely lose our self-control in response. As Dionysus, the famous cynic, once said, it is a privilege of the gods to want nothing, and of godlike men to want little. To want little. To want nothing makes one invincible, because nothing lies outside your control. This does not just go for not wanting the easy to criticize things like wealth and fame. The kinds of folly we see illustrated in some of the most classic plays and fables. That green light that Gatsby strove for can represent seemingly good things too, like love or a noble cause. But it can wreck someone all the same. When it comes to our goals, and the things you strive for, ask yourself, am I in control of them, or are they in control of me? Am I in control of them, or are they in control of me? Ooh, I like that last line in particular, right? Because it's like, I've got goals, I've got desires and things like that. And there are times of when the goal and the desire is in control and I'm not in control. And this is where it usually leads for me to end up kind of failure and things kind of going off the rails pretty quickly. When I start to give up my power to something else, doesn't matter what that else thing is, I'm no longer in control, then usually things will go wrong. Not all the time, but majority, I'd say 99.9% of the time, things will end up in disappointment. No, it's not saying that peace, leisure, and travel aren't bad things to strive for, but recognizing why you're doing it, what's in control, and why you're and recognizing what you can control and can't control. I can only control the things inside my spiritual hula hoop, right? The things that are within me that I can control. I can't control the outside forces. And recognizing that, my wishes, wants, and desires, learning how to make sure that they're in line with my values and purposes of what I'm actually striving for, so that they don't take over and I don't become, because especially with ADHD, because I can become hyper-focused and hyper-obsessed about something that may not necessarily be good for me. I do this a lot with video games. Like a new video game, I'll obsess about it and then I'll play it for a week kind of constantly straight and then not pick it up again. And during that week, I've lost control, right? Like my thought process, everything goes towards that video game or that thing. And so recognizing, having to pull myself back into control of all right, moderation is the key, a little bit here and there, and allowing myself to stay calm and centered. So what can I accomplish so that I'm in control of where we're going and what direction we're heading, of where that goal and destination is. Be it to travel the world, right? I've done that, and recognizing that who's in control and making sure that I'm in control and not my desires, not my impulses, and not my emotions, but me, the internal me that is in the driver's seat. You know, I like to think about it this way, like emotions are like children. You can't stuff them in the trunk, nor can you let them drive the car. They belong in the back seat. So recognizing that my emotions, desires, and everything else need to belong in the back seat, then I need to make sure I'm holding the wheel. And that, like, because they're in the back seat doesn't mean that they're ignored, they're not stuffed down, and they're not controlling me, but they're in a place, in a position where I can recognize that they're there, recognize their value and importance, but they're not in control. I can listen to them, but I'm still driving the car. Hopefully that makes sense. That's all I got for today's reading. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this far. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank you for everyone who's been leaving comments recently. That's been really amazing. I do try to respond to all of them. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. There'll be videos here or here, I think over here, of the Daily Stoics, so catch up on all the Daily Stoics. And don't forget to subscribe. And with that, I wish you a great, if not better day.